Welcome back to AI Reviews. Like always, I am your host, Lee. Today we are having an AI review Joker Folie Deux 4 times, ranging from loving it to hating it. I'll be honest, I'm on the fence about. I didn't personally enjoy the first Joker movie, but I will be seeing this one as well. But let's see what the AI thinks.
Joker Folie Deux, released on October 4th, 2024, is a breathtaking continuation of Todd Phillips' exploration of Gotham's most enigmatic character. This film not only redefines the comic book genre with its bold musical elements, but also deepens our understanding of the Joker, portrayed again by Joaquin Phoenix, and introduces Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn in a performance that is nothing short of spectacular. For its daring creativity and profound narrative depth, Joker Folie Deux deserves a glowing 4 to 4 stars. Joaquin Phoenix returns to the role of Arthur Fleck, whose transformation into the Joker is now explored through his interactions with Harley Quinn, a compelling new character whose descent mirrors Arthur's own. Phoenix's portrayal remains as haunting and nuanced as ever, but it is the addition of Lady Gaga that elevates this sequel to new heights. Gaga's Harley is vibrant and tragic. She brings a raw, emotional intensity that perfectly complements Phoenix's brooding madness. Together, they create a duo that is as captivating as it is unsettling. Director Todd Phillips has taken a significant risk by infusing this dark narrative with the elements of a musical, and it pays off brilliantly. The musical sequences are ingeniously woven into the fabric of the story, enhancing the emotional and psychological exploration of the characters. These performances do not just serve as entertainment, but as expressions of the characters' innermost thoughts and struggles. The music adds a layer of surreal beauty to the film, making the descent into madness not just a visual journey but an auditory spectacle. The film's plot deepens the thematic elements introduced in the first film, focusing on love, dependency, and the blurred lines between sanity and madness. Folie Deux not only references the shared psychosis that develops between Arthur and Harley, but also reflects on their toxic relationship against the backdrop of a society that both isolates and vilifies them. This exploration is handled with a deft touch, allowing the audience to empathize with the characters without absolving them of their darker actions. Visually, the film retains the gritty aesthetic of its predecessor, but enhances it with more stylized, theatrical elements that suit the musical format. The cinematography is stunning, using color and shadow to reflect the emotional states of the characters. Each frame is meticulously crafted, with Gotham City serving as the perfect backdrop for the unfolding drama. The supporting cast, including Zazie Beetz, Ken Leung, and Catherine Keener, add richness to the film, each bringing unique perspectives to the narrative and providing a broader context for the main character's journey. Their performances contribute to the complex tapestry of Gotham's society, highlighting the myriad ways in which the city molds its inhabitants. In conclusion, Joker Folie Deux is a masterpiece that pushes the boundaries of its genre, challenging viewers with its complex characters and unconventional narrative techniques. Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga deliver performances that are sure to be remembered for years, encapsulating the beauty and tragedy of their characters' twisted dance. Todd Phillips has not only directed a film, but has crafted an experience that is both profoundly disturbing and undeniably beautiful. For its artistic courage, emotional depth, and innovative approach to storytelling, I give Joker Folie Deux a perfect 4 stars. It is a film that transcends expectations, becoming an unforgettable piece of cinematic art.
Joker Folie Deux, released on October 4th, 2024, attempts to continue the narrative established by Todd Phillips in his groundbreaking 2019 film, Joker. With Joaquin Phoenix reprising his role and Lady Gaga debuting as Harley Quinn, the film introduces a unique blend of psychological thriller with musical elements. While the performances are undeniably compelling and the film's stylistic audacity is evident, there are aspects of this sequel that detract from its overall impact, earning it a 3/4 stars. Joaquin Phoenix continues to embody the deeply troubled Arthur Fleck with a performance that is both haunting and mesmerizing. His portrayal maintains the intensity that originally captivated audiences, yet his character's development in this sequel occasionally feels stagnant, as if the complexity of the Joker was set aside to make room for the film's broader musical ambitions. While the musical sequences are innovative for such a dark narrative, they sometimes disrupt the film's pacing, feeling more like stylistic experiments rather than integral parts of the storyline. Lady Gaga's portrayal of Harley Quinn is, without a doubt, the highlight of the film. She brings a dynamic presence that vibrates with energy and chaos, perfectly mirroring Phoenix's Joker. However, her character's introduction and development suffer from pacing issues. The transformation from Dr. Harleen Quinzel to Harley Quinn rushes through critical psychological transitions, sacrificing depth for dramatic effect. This rushed development undermines what could be a profound exploration of her character's psyche. The choice to incorporate musical elements into the narrative is one of the film's most daring decisions. While these moments are visually and vocally stunning, thanks to Gaga's powerhouse performance, they occasionally clash with the film's darker themes. The juxtaposition of song and psychological torment aims to elevate the emotional resonance, but at times feels jarring, pulling the viewer out of the immersive experience of the character's descent into madness. On a technical level, the film excels. The cinematography and set design effectively capture the bleak and chaotic atmosphere of Gotham, creating a visually compelling backdrop that enhances the narrative's mood. However, the film's score, although ambitious, does not always harmoniously integrate with the visual and narrative elements. Instead of complementing the scenes, the music sometimes overshadows the action and dialogue, detracting from the story's psychological intensity. In terms of narrative, Joker Folie tries to weave complex themes of love, madness, and codependency into its plot, but doesn't always succeed in delivering a coherent message. The film's attempt to balance these themes with the spectacle of its musical numbers results in a somewhat disjointed narrative flow that leaves important thematic inquiries partially addressed. In conclusion, while Joker Folie is a visually striking and conceptually bold sequel that benefits immensely from stellar performances by Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga, it struggles with its ambitious fusion of genres and pacing. The film is a commendable attempt at pushing cinematic boundaries, but falls short of the cohesive storytelling that made the original Joker a standout. For its exceptional efforts and notable flaws, I give this film a respectable 3/4 stars. It is undoubtedly a significant cinematic endeavor, though not without its missteps.
Joker Folie, directed by Todd Phillips and released on October 4, 2024, ambitiously seeks to extend the narrative of the troubled Arthur Fleck, with Joaquin Phoenix reprising his iconic role alongside Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. While the film aims to innovate by blending musical elements into the dark, chaotic world of Gotham, it unfortunately stumbles, delivering a disjointed and often confusing narrative. This sequel, although visually captivating, fails to resonate as deeply as its predecessor, earning it a disappointing 2 out of 4 stars. Joaquin Phoenix's return as the Joker initially promised a deep dive into the psyche of his character, but the film struggles to balance his complex story with the introduction of new characters. Phoenix's performance remains strong, yet it's overshadowed by the film's overwhelming ambition to transform the narrative into a spectacle rather than a continuation of a deeply psychological story. Lady Gaga's casting as Harley Quinn is where the film faces its most significant challenges. While Gaga is undoubtedly talented, her portrayal of Harley feels misplaced and overly theatrical, lacking the nuanced vulnerability necessary to make Harley Quinn a compelling counterpart to Phoenix's Joker. The character's transition from Dr. Harleen Quinzel to the notorious Harley Quinn is rushed, leaving little room for the development of a believable transformation. Instead of portraying a complex descent into madness, Gaga's Harley comes across as instantly unhinged, which undermines the credibility of her relationship with Arthur. The musical sequences, while visually stunning, further detract from the film's impact. These scenes, meant to offer insight into the character's inner turmoil, instead feel like abrupt interruptions to the narrative flow. The integration of these performances into the storyline feels forced, pulling the audience away from the unfolding drama rather than drawing them deeper into it. The choice to use music as a narrative tool in a story as dark as Joker's seems more like a gimmick than a meaningful storytelling mechanism. Furthermore, the film's pacing suffers greatly under the weight of its ambitious scope. Critical moments that should allow the characters' complexities to unfold are glossed over quickly, making the plot feel both overloaded and underdeveloped. This rushed pacing makes it difficult to form a genuine connection with the characters or to understand their motivations fully. The cinematography and set design remain highlights, successfully capturing the eerie, decaying atmosphere of Gotham.
However, even these technical achievements can't compensate for the narrative and character deficiencies. The film's score, intended to enhance the emotional gravity of the scenes, often clashes with the tone of the visuals, creating a discordant sensory experience that leaves much to be desired. In conclusion, Joker, Folie à Deux is a sequel that fails to live up to the high standards set by its predecessor. While it boasts impressive performances and striking visuals, the film is marred by its poor execution of character development, particularly in the case of Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn, and its misplaced musical ambitions. The result is a film that feels more like a confused spectacle than a coherent continuation of the Joker story. For these reasons, I give Joker, Folie à Deux a disappointing 2 out of 4 stars.
If there ever was a sequel that absolutely did not need to be made, it's Joker, Folie à Deux, unleashed upon the world on October 4, 2024. This film, a follow-up to Todd Phillips' Joker, manages to obliterate every shred of what made the original remotely intriguing by injecting a completely unnecessary and utterly bewildering musical element into the dark saga of Arthur Fleck, portrayed by Joaquin Phoenix. And let me be clear, turning Gotham into a Broadway stage is as ridiculous as it sounds, earning this disaster a generous 1 out of 4 stars from me. First off, Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of the Joker in the original was a finely tuned descent into madness, capturing audiences with its raw edge and psychological depth. So, why in the world would Phillips think it a brilliant idea to dilute this intense character study with song and dance? The musical sequences are jarring, completely out of place, and disrupt any semblance of narrative coherence. Every time the characters burst into song, any credibility that Phoenix's performance holds is overshadowed by the absurdity of the situation. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You can't believe it's happening, but you can't look away. Enter Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Now, I understand casting a pop star in a musical makes sense on paper, but on screen, it's a different story. Gaga's portrayal of Harley Quinn is so over the top that it borders on parody. Instead of adding depth or complexity to the character, her performance feels like a caricature of mental instability set to music. The chemistry between her and Phoenix is as convincing as a lead balloon, and her rapid descent from psychiatrist to psychotic lover is rushed and unconvincing, making her transition feel more like a sudden plot convenience rather than a meaningful development. The choice to make this a musical is, without a doubt, the film's greatest folly. This isn't just a misstep, it's a full-on plunge into the abyss of cinematic failures. The dark, brooding atmosphere of Gotham, once a perfect backdrop for a tale of moral decay and societal neglect, is now littered with show tunes and dance breaks that feel more suited to a Las Vegas review than a story about one of the most iconic villains in comic book history. Moreover, the film's pacing and narrative structure suffer immensely under the weight of these musical interludes. Important plot points are lost in a sea of melodrama and spectacle, leaving little room for the subtle storytelling that could have explored the complex dynamics between Arthur and Harley. Instead, we're treated to a disjointed series of vignettes that struggle to form a coherent storyline. In conclusion, Joker, Folie à Deux is a spectacular failure, a sequel that not only misses the mark but leaves it in another universe entirely. By turning the grim tale of the Joker into a musical, Todd Phillips has crafted a film that is both a betrayal of the character's legacy and a slap in the face to fans of the original. For its complete disregard for thematic integrity and narrative coherence, I give this film a begrudging 1 out of 4 stars. It's a textbook example of how not to make a sequel, especially one that no one asked for in the first place.
Like always, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. I typically have at least 2 videos out per week, AI reviews like this one, or real reviews depending on releases. Until next time,